Hey yo, what's up and welcome, I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the Hamburg career, where today we are getting into this January transfer window. Last episode I asked you guys who you think we should get at center back, how we should go about replacing Papadopoulos next season once he goes back to his parent club and his loan deal expires, and overwhelmingly, the number one pick by you guys was Nicholas Sula, so that is who I will look at in the offseason. At the end of this year, I'll try to get Nicholas Sula for next season. So that still leaves us with possibly a backup center back role to fill this year if I'm able to sell Giroud and Mavrai, which hopefully I'll be able to do very quickly in January. So once I'm able to sell them, or I'm able to sell somebody, then we'll start looking at some of the other options. I'm still looking at Adara Bayoyo, Sampaio, as well as Cameron Carter-Vickers, which was a recommendation from you guys. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, well, on the first day of the transfer window, we have our first offers in, and they're both for Christian Pulisic. Frankfurt and Lille both want him. Nobody's getting him, though. I'm rejecting all offers on Christian Pulisic. Not interested in selling him at all for any price. The next offers in are for Aaron Hunt, and we actually have two offers for him, both for 4.6 million, which is a little bit too low. He is one of those players that's really highly paid. I mean, he has the second highest wages on the team, and essentially he's a backup to Halilovic. I'm not sure if I want to sell him, though. I'm going to counter both of these for like 6.5. I'll counter both of these offers for 6.5 million and see what these teams say. All right, so we finally have an offer in for Ekdal. It's for 6.5 million from Gladbach. That's not really the best. And honestly, this transfer window has not gone the way I'd hoped it would. We'll get into that in just a second, but I'm going to counter this offer for 8.5 million with 8.5 million. If they can give me that, that would really help us. Honestly, Ekdal's just, I don't really need him. I have other players that I can play in that spot, and right now, I kind of need this money. So here's a deal that we're actually going to be doing, and this one was by popular demand. A lot of you wanted to see me get Jordan Morris, and honestly, this one was pretty easy to do. I got an offer in for Pierre-Michael Lasogga for $9 million to buy him. I then went to Seattle and asked what their asking price would be for Jordan Morris. They said $9 million. So instead of selling Lasogga then trying to buy Jordan Morris, I'm just swapping him straight up. So it's going to be Lasogga for Jordan Morris, and Jordan Morris is going to be the third American. No, wait. The fourth American in the team, the third one that we're actually bringing in this season. All right, so we finally have a game to play now in January. That is what the starting 11 is looking like for us. Actually, no changes at all whatsoever to our starting 11, which is kind of nice. On the bench, though, you'll see Jordan Morris now as our primary backup to Bobby Wood. Gregoritsch is in there. No more Aaron Hunt. He has been sold. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but for now, you'll just know Aaron Hunt's not here anymore. Gregoritsch will have his spot. The rest of the bench, pretty much the same. I don't think there's any other changes to it. So, yeah, with that, there's just a million different things going on in this transfer window, but let's go ahead, let's head off to Wolfsburg and play this match. All right, kickoff against Wolfsburg. I did forget one thing about this Wolfsburg team. Before the season, they went out and bought Lacazette. Totally forgot about that. That might be a little bit of a problem for us in this game. All right, a corner early in this game. Whip this thing in. That got all the way through to Halilovic. Back heel for Emre Can. Oh, shot just gets deflected and goes wide. Sakai laying it for Can. Can out wide for Pulisic. Pulisic inside Bobby Wood. And it's Bobby Wood. It just is Bobby Wood. I mean, does he do anything other than score goals? I mean, yeah, he does actually do a lot more for us than just score goals, but oh my God, I don't think I've ever had someone that efficient in the box. He shoots, he scores, we win games. Bobby freaking Wood. Lacazette. Oh, he put the move. Oh, he put the move on John Brooks, but what a block from Papadopoulos. That's what he can do. And is someone hurt? Nice, Kostic using his pace, flicking it over the top for Halilovic. Beautiful pull down, and Halilovic, God, he's really not good at shooting. Had it on his left foot and everything. He just needs to work on that finishing, like a lot. That wasn't even close. Ooh, nice move by Halilovic. Beautiful play, and Douglas has the ball up the wing now. Come on, Douglas. Use your strength. You don't have much of it, but he does well there. And puts the ball in the box. A missed header by the defender, and Kostic finishes it off. A little bit lucky on that one. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think I had him. Defender straight whiffed the header. It's nice to see someone other than my defenders doing that. It happens all the time to me where my defenders completely misjudge a ball in the air, whiff on the defensive clearance, and it just falls right to one of the opposing players. I don't think that's ever happened for me before. It's happened a lot to me. Finally, I benefit from that AIDS, but we'll take it. 2-0 right before halftime. Nice header by Kostic. Good power on it. All right, with 30 minutes left to go, I'm going to make a couple of changes. I feel very secure with where we're at in this game. Wolfsburg haven't done much of anything. I'm going to go ahead and pull Bobby Wood and Halilovic off. Gregorich is coming on for Halilovic. Jordan Morris is going to make his Hamburg debut. Pulisic, ball in. There's Jordan. That was almost a goal in like 3 seconds of being on the pitch. Pulisic nearly found, well, he did find Jordan Morris. Jordan Morris just couldn't find the net. Trying to get Jordan Morris in that space. Ooh, Morris using his strength, battling off the defenders. We get this far side. Beautiful ball to Gregorich. And that is the ball game right there. What a counterattack. And that was Jordan Morris. It was a bad pass up to Jordan Morris, who just fought off the defender and won back possession for us and got us going again. Not a bad debut. Nearly scored a goal with in like 5 seconds on the pitch, and then starts that counterattack. I've been impressed. Jordan Morris has had a pretty good debut. Oh, this is dangerous. This is very, very, very dangerous. And Lacazette gets a goal. I honestly didn't think we were going to go the whole game without Lacazette getting a goal, so I can't be too upset about that. We defended it pretty well. I mean, even Adler got his face to it. I thought he got a hand to it. He actually hit him in the face, but that was unfortunate. That was just bad defense. I had too many players push forward towards the end of the game. I was trying to get Jordan Morris a debut goal, and they got me. They got me on a 90th minute counterattack. And that is the final whistle. 3-1 away at Wolfsburg. It's not that surprising. Wolfsburg was in 12th place coming into this one, and I can fully see why now. Not very good. Not very good at all, especially offensively. They just didn't do anything until late in the game. When I had numbers pushed forward and they had numbers pushed forward, then they finally got something and broke through. But other than that, they weren't very good. Us, on the other hand, still very, very impressive. We're riding a really, really nice hot streak right now. Bobby Wood. Wow. I don't think I've ever had a striker as hot as Bobby Wood is right now. All right, so the next player we're bringing in might seem like this is completely out of left field. They didn't see this one coming. It's Cristo Gonzalez, who, if you've been around since the Orlando City career mode days back in FIFA 16, you might remember this kid here. I had him at Orlando, played very well for me, and I'm bringing him into Hamburg. And the reason for this is just one of those nightmare situations that you try to avoid in a transfer window. And it all started with Aaron Hunt. I had about 15 offers for Aaron Hunt, and I countered all of those offers for 6.5 million. That's what I wanted for Aaron Hunt. Nobody seemed willing to go close to that number. So instead of waiting for someone to, accept that, I decided to just go try to swap Aaron Hunt directly for the player that I wanted to replace him, similar with what I did for Jordan Morris. The player that I wanted was Alexander Maxim from Stuttgart. 5-star skiller, doesn't have insane potential, which is fine. I just wanted him to be a backup to Halilovic. I had that deal done. Stuttgart accepted, straight swap for those two players. I was just waiting for Maxim to get back to me on the contract when just one of those random teams decided, no, let's do the $6.5 million offer. They accepted, and they signed Aaron Hunt. At the same time, Stuttgart got about 5 offers in for Alexander Maxim, and he went somewhere else, and I was left without any kind of a backup plan at all whatsoever. Thankfully, I remembered that I had Gregorich, who played very well, as you saw, against Wolfsburg. I will probably use him as the backup center attacking mid for the rest of the season, maybe for the rest of the career mode. I really, really like him in that spot, and that is how we arrive at Cristo Gonzalez. He can play out wide, he can play center attacking mid, he can even play striker if I want him to. He's a very, very good player to have in your team, a good player that can play everywhere, anywhere I need him to. So let's get Cristo Gonzalez into the team, and let's put this whole freaking Aaron Hunt nightmare behind us. All right, so for the next game, it's actually the only other game we have in January. It's going to be away to Ingolstadt. They are tied on points with Wolfsburg, but they have an awful goal difference. And honestly, I'm a little bit pinched for time here, so I have to simulate this game. This also saves me the headache of going up against that 5 at the back that Ingolstadt runs, so not too upset about that at all. We have the same starting 11 in there as last game. We lose, though. I actually am a little surprised by that. I actually fully expect us to win that. I'm a little disappointed in that result. So I'm not quite out of the transfer window yet, and I'm going to end the episode right here. And I just thought I'd ask one more time if there's any other center backs that I should be having a look at. Right now, the situation is as follows. Giroud signed on a pre-contract with Wolfsburg. I can't sell him this transfer window. Mavrai, as it turns out, just joined us before the season, so I can't sell him either. So we'll have both of them, plus Papadopoulos for the rest of the year. I don't really need another center back this season, but once we hit next year and all three of them are gone, I will need a little bit more center back depth, so I wouldn't be opposed to getting another center back this season. I'm looking for someone that's probably a little bit lower rated right now, such as Carter Vickers or Adara Bioyo, that I can grow and has some potential to them that can possibly maybe become a squad player a little bit further down the road. But I don't know who I want to get right now. All of these players are really, really good suggestions, but if there's anyone else I should be looking at, let me know in the comments below. So we're essentially at the end of January now, and here are the standings. Apparently Leverkusen have won the title. I mean, they're 9 points clear of us. They're not even close. Like, how are they that good? I did not expect that from Leverkusen, honestly. I really did not, especially with the way their season's going in real life right now. Did not really expect Leverkusen to run away with the title this year, but that is kind of what's happening. Bayern have turned it around. They're right behind us, only 3 points back of us. Dortmund are only 4 points back, and Hoffenheim 5 points back. So essentially, we've got 5 teams vying for 4 Champions League spots for next year, but we're in a good spot. We just got to keep this hot run going, keep getting the wins where we can, keep picking up those points. We'll have a top 4 spot on our hands come the end of the season. So that's going to be it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you when we come back for some more Hamburg career. See ya.